Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Deep Seeded Geek. It is Friday, and that means it is game day, and today's game is Little Inferno. This is brought to you by the developers Tomorrow Corporation. Now, if you look at some of the gameplay here, you might be thinking to yourself, man, that looks really familiar, and there's a reason for that. One of the developers on this team is from 2D Boy, and you might know that name because they did a little game called World of Goo. So the characters in this video game look kind of similar to that stick boy with a crack addiction from World of Goo, and it just suits this kind of game. No problem whatsoever. It is awesome. So in a word, this game, Little Inferno, is adorable. It is quirky, it is funny, it's a little bit sad at times, but ultimately it is very, very rewarding. Now the story kind of plays out like it's in the Depression era, where everybody's kind of huddled in their homes, they don't really have much to do other than keep themselves entertained while it's freezing cold outside. Now your only form of entertainment is this fireplace that this big corporation in your city has given you as a means of keeping warm and keeping yourself entertained. So how it works is pretty much you buy items and you burn them, and when you burn them you get money from it, and that allows you to buy more items, a little more expensive items, and when you burn the expensive items you get even more money, and then rinse, repeat, do it over and over again. It's a nice little jab at consumerism that way, much like they kind of gave a nod to that in World of Goo. Now it might seem kind of simplistic and everything, but I gotta tell you, burning objects in this game is like a pyromaniac's dream. It is so much fun, and every object you burn in this game has its own kind of way of burning up or exploding or whatnot. You know, it's just endless amounts of entertainment. You want to actually go through and see each and every item's reaction when it catches on fire. Now throughout this world, you have one little ray of sunshine in this bleak Depression era, and that is your neighbor Sugar Plums. She is a bit crazy, really overly positive, and absolutely lovable. She's probably one of the best things about this game. There's the head of the corporation there, I forget what her name is, but she's always wanted to give you big hugs and big kisses. And then there's the weatherman, you hear a little bit from him now and again, but ultimately Sugar Plums is your only link to like the outside world. So there is an overlying storyline in the background, but I don't want to take away from that if you're going to be playing this game. It's best to play it for yourself and see what you take out of it. Now as for the gameplay, it could be very basic, just by saying burn everything in sight and that's the gameplay, but there's a little more to it. For any trophy whores or achievement whores out there, this is your wet dream. There are over 100 different combinations of items that you can burn together to get combos. And every time you get a combo, it's like a parade just happened. You feel such satisfaction when you get these combos. It's so rewarding. It's a lot like in Portal when you solve like the really difficult puzzle after like 40 minutes going, what the hell, this is impossible, oh, that's how you do it. It's much like that. So they give you little hints how to do the combos in the title or maybe the description of how to get it, and you gotta go through your entire catalog of items that you can burn, link them up together, and boom, there you go, combo. So it's a very basic puzzle mechanic, but so satisfying every time you do it. Now as for the graphics, the best thing about this game is its fire mechanic and its physics engine. Both just lay waste to the competition out there. We've all played games where we've seen things on fire and things go explodey time, and they don't quite get it right. You know what I mean? Like, things blow up and yeah, it looks like big explosion kind of thing, that's fine. But it's the same kind of explosion whether it's a grenade or a car or whatnot. And when things are on fire, they just kind of look like, yeah, it's like a 2D flickery kind of thing, and it kind of moves with your perception. But with this game, when things are on fire, you swear that's a real fire. When different materials like wood, that burns differently than paper in this game, and metal does something different than a firecracker, and when that explodes, how that happens. And then they include like all these little things, like I think at one point you could have little chunks of the moon or a sun or a planet in there, and how everything kind of relates with the gravity fields and everything. It is just insane how that all works. So like I said, it goes back to the whole thing, where you want to burn every single item just to see its reaction time, and then how those combine with other things and how that reaction kind of, you know, it's just endless possibilities there. And I could and I would go on and on about this game, because I do believe it's one of those little gems that if you get into it and you invest like the short amount of time that it takes to kind of complete the game, you will be rewarded with one of the best indie games that I have played in a very long time. So I'm gonna leave it there. If this looks like something you might be interested in, definitely check it out. I think it's only $15 on Steam, and it'll probably go on sale in one of their summer sales or something like that. But at $15, this game is a steal. You'll be thinking about it, you'll be talking about it, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll have a good time, and you'll want to go back and burn everything in sight. And hopefully that doesn't transfer into your real life. But with that, we're going to bring it to a close. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you dig it, like this video, subscribe to my channel, because I put out videos every Monday and Friday, and we will see you next time on Deep Seeded Geek. Take care, you guys.